Welcome to the Fredericksburg Center of Creative Arts, FCCA, and our December 2024, January 2025, Celebrate Winter, All Media National Juried Exhibition. We have our jury here, Sandra D. Davis, who did an outstanding job of selecting from the entries and choosing awards for this exhibition. I'm Carol Morgan, the curator of the Frederick Gallery. We're open on Monday, Thursday, and Friday from noon to 4, Saturday 11 a.m. to 4, Sunday 1 to 4, and on first Fridays with extended hours from noon to 8:30 p.m. And I want to give thank yous to our videographer Nellie Bittenbender for videotaping our Juror Talk Awards. And we are offering downstairs during the same period the Members Gallery Annual Holiday Show Sale, which has all artworks for sale for gifting, and it's pick up and go with them for gifts. You're invited to visit our exhibitions in person to enjoy the original art in our historic home, the Silversmith House, built in 1785, where history and art meet, located at 813 Sophia Street in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I would like to formally introduce the juror of the Celebrate Winter exhibition, Sandra D. Davis. Sandra is a multidisciplinary artist and likes to experiment with materials with a focus on mixed media, using components like acrylics, found paper, newspaper, magazines, keeping a recycled theme. Sandra's current work is a direct response to social issues happening in our country, including present grievances, inequality, and identity of others. Sandra has curated and co-curated exhibitions for the Women's Caucus for Art since 2019. She also regularly shows her art throughout the DMV area. Sandra graduated from the Art Institute of Pittsburgh in 1981, where she met her husband, Aaron, of 40 years. Congratulations, Sandra.
Thank you.
Her art career was put on hold while she pursued a career in retail and banking. In 2009, she once again focused on her art. Her first solo show was in 2012 at the Center for Green Urbanism. Sandra joined the Women's Caucus for Art in 2013, where she currently serves as exhibition chairperson.
Yes.
And she also serves as a board member for the National Women's Caucus for Art, as well as president in 2024. So I'll turn this over to Sandra to talk about her selections in this exhibition.
My name is Sandra Davis, and I am the juror for this particular exhibition, Winter's Essence, Collective Perspective. And it was very delightful for me to look at this work and select the work for this exhibition. And it really explored quite a few memories and images on how to celebrate the winter season. And one of the things that really sort of stood out with this group of work was how much the artist wanted to depict nature. The outside winter scenes, the birds that we would see during the winter months, how excited we get to see a red cardinal on a tree limb. And those snow-covered landscapes was very typical in a response to winter essence. But something that really, really stood out to me, and I'm standing by this one piece here, was the warmth of what we actually see in winter on occasion. We have a tendency to lean toward blues and purples and grays, but we forget about that golden sunlight at the end of the day. And so I was really, really excited to see that not only were there conventional pieces that sort of illustrate what winter looks like, but also grabbing some of that warmth as well that happens in December and January. Thank you. And so we have honorable mention. This piece is titled Cheerleaders, and it's done by Sherry Wheaton. Was a complete opposite of all the other pieces, where we're actually seeing a young woman, actually an older lady's hat. And it took a minute to sort of realize what I was actually looking at, but this is a version of somebody's winter in life. Not necessarily the winter scenes that we see outside, but cheerleaders. I remember when I was a cheerleader way, way back when. And so this really touched my heart to kind of see somebody want to illustrate winter in the form of an older person and them being winter in their lives in that stage. Our next runner-up is Rare Winter Stone Dragon. This piece is done by Terry Sandin, and this one delighted me. As other members who have seen this piece, every 15-year-old boy that has ever played Dungeons and Dragons is going to love this piece. But again, as we look in terms of winter and what does winter feel like, this was just whimsical. It made me smile the first moment I saw it, and I'm like, this piece has to be included. Our next honorable mention goes to A Warm Winter Evening by Catherine K. Owens. For all of us, as the days are shorter, it's chilly outside, we first think about that cup of coffee or that cup of hot chocolate. And not only are the colors that she used evokes what that sort of looks like, you can almost sort of smell what that hot chocolate must be like. And again, this was very warm feeling. It really, really depicts what winter sort of feels like and that coziness that you want to be a part of. And so A Warm Winter Evening is exactly just that, a warm winter evening. Thank you. Our fourth honorable mention goes to Near Winter's End by Pete Brown. And this one really captures the evening light. When the sun is shining and you are getting that reflection off of the sun and the ice and the snow on the ground, there is a little bit of warmth that sort of shows up in those reflections. And Pete's use of the purples and the brown and that little hint of yellow behind the background, where you know that's the sun setting. And this one again gave you a really sort of warmth feeling. You know, maybe you're peering out your window and this is what it looks like right before the sun goes down. Third place goes to New Snow. This piece is by Sally Roan Kubarik. This is a collage, and it really looks like Sally took on the iciness that you see in the blues and the purples. There's amazing texture with some of the materials that she's used. And I felt that this was a true depiction of that 20 degrees outside on an early morning in the winter. And I think Sally did a great job with this piece. Second place is awarded to Glimpse of Winter. And this piece is done by Ed Forsman. We're looking at stained glass. And as we've seen in other works within this exhibition, you're seeing the iciness that comes through the type of glass that he uses. Shards of glass, the harshness of the white branches. And we all get really, really excited and tickled when we see that red cardinal on the tree branch outside. We know that's a good luck sign. And so I really love the way Ed, not only in the way that he did the glass, but there's texture in the glass that sort of kind of gives you that idea about snowflakes. So you know when you put that little drop of water and you see those snowflakes sort of appear, when you look at the different parts of the glass, this is exactly what you can see. So Glimpse of Winter, I was really excited to see this piece up. It shows great here in the gallery. The reflections are wonderful. Nice job, Ed. Our first place goes to Winter Beach House, and this piece is by Elizabeth A. Carter. What struck me about Elizabeth's piece here is, again, we're used to the purples and blues and whites when we're talking about winter. But with this being the beach scene, I'm getting a feel of sun coming down. I'm looking outside my balcony window. And one of the things that sort of gravitated me to this piece was just these little teeny bitty Christmas lights. And so this scene could have been any other time of year, but she added just a little bit of whimsy by adding those Christmas lights. I think we all wish we could be at the beach during winter, and it just pulls you right in.
I want to give a warm and grateful thank you to Sandra. She lives in Gaithersburg, Maryland. This is not easy for jurors to travel back and forth We're in that Route 95 corridor. Traffic can always be a mystery, a problem. So thank you for making this trip twice. Sanders exhibition will stay in the gallery until January 31st. Please come down and visit us in person. Although you can see the images on our website, seeing them in person is so much better. The textures and the colors come to life when you're here in the gallery, and you get to experience the warmth and welcomeness of the historic Silversmith House. Please stay with this video for a walkthrough of the entire exhibition where you can view all the work. And thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you at the Fredericksburg Center for Creative Arts. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it.